This electric mountain bike from Ancheer is the highest rated bike under $1,000 on Amazon, with over 1,300 reviews and a 4.3 star rating. With a rating like that, I had to know what made this bike so popular. I've got it fully charged and ready for the first test, so let's get to it. This is the speed test. I should be able to reach 20 miles per hour. I'm gonna start on pedal assist level 1 and see how fast I can get on all 5 speed modes. And I do have a full battery, so here we go. For pedal assist 1, I got 7 miles per hour, level 2, 9, level 3, 13, level 4, 17, and pedal assist 5, the highest level, 19 miles per hour, which is 1 mile per hour shy of the rating. Ancheer comes with a 350 watt brushless motor in the rear wheel, powered by a 36 volt, 10.4 amp hour lithium battery that can be removed and takes 4 to 6 hours for a recharge. I was curious to see how that translates to acceleration, so I did a test of pedal assist level 5 versus straight throttle. Both are pretty much neck and neck with a gradual start, kinda average for this price range. Each maxed out about the same time, but throttle does give a little bit more power, topping the bike out at 20 miles per hour in 13 seconds. So using the throttle does take the bike up to the speed rating of 20 miles per hour, and that speed is on the high end for bikes in this price range. This is the range test. I should be able to get 22 to 40 miles. That's the rating anyways. I'm gonna crank this up to pedal assist level 5. I've got a full battery, start workouts. Let's see how far I can go. Here's all the things I liked and didn't like, starting off with the look.
When I think of a cheap looking mountain bike, this is what I think of. There's nothing really special or unique about it. I like the paint job though. I think the black on orange looks pretty cool.
The bike comes in 4 colors and is currently being sold for $699.
I don't know what it is about this frame, but the handlebars seem super low to me. But it is a lighter frame, so it's easier to kind of handle and maneuver. There's not a lot of weight to this. It's one of the lighter bikes in this price range that I've reviewed.
I couldn't find a size rating, but I am 5'11" and felt big on the bike. The aluminum alloy 6061 frame weighs 44 pounds with the battery, something you don't see very often on cheaper bikes. Usually they are a lot heavier, and it can carry a rider up to 300 pounds. Okay, I lost my first battery bar. I've got 3 left. I've gone 6.17 miles with a 30-minute ride time, and I've been averaging about 17, 18 miles per hour.
For $700, I expected a lot of rattling and just noise. Usually the motors are pretty loud with cheaper bikes, and this one is silent. The only noise I hear is just those tires hitting the pavement, and that's typical for any mountain bike on a paved surface. I'm beginning to see why this has such high reviews. This is a very nice feeling, quiet, and stable bike.
I always base how stable and well balanced a bike is by how comfortable I feel at around 30 miles per hour. There were a couple of hills where I reached close to that speed and was impressed how well the bike did.
Now the one thing that impresses me the most with this bike is how sensitive and quick the pedal assist is. From a standstill, it takes off within about a half of a revolution. And that is by far the fastest out of any bike in this range. And then when moving, and depending on the gear, it again is about a half to 1 revolution. And then when I stop, it almost cuts out immediately. It's a nice quick and reactive system for a $700 bike. Now the throttle will give you full power. It doesn't depend on the pedal assist level. So if you're on 1 and you need a little boost to get up the hill or to pass another cyclist on the trail, hit that throttle and you got full power.
Now this is the type of the bike where all you have to do is keep the pedals turning. The bike does 100% of the work when on the highest pedal assist level. I tried to pedal to the point where I could feel some resistance and couldn't pedal fast enough. I've lost my second battery bar. I've gone 12.04 miles with an hour and 13-minute ride time. It's still averaging between 17 and 19 miles per hour.
There are a couple things I don't like about the bike. The throttle is very cheap feeling, made from just a very brittle and hard plastic. And the gear shifters are also made from a very cheap plastic. It's something that you would expect for a cheaper bike. They're just not as smooth, quick, and nice feeling as more expensive bikes.
The grips are also cheap feeling and hard. My hands got a little sore after this test. You might need some padded gloves, especially for off-road. The seat is hard but not unbearable. I did get a little sore towards the end of the ride and I wasn't wearing any padded gear. Okay, down to my last battery bar. I've gone 19.74 miles with an hour and 45-minute ride time. The top speed does die off as the battery drains, which is common for most bikes. I was maxing out at around 17 miles per hour when 1.5 battery bars were left. Now that last battery bar does go quick. You may have about 2 to 3 miles depending on the type of terrain. When the battery finally died, my app showed 22.09 miles, which is 0.09 above the lowest end of the rating. Elevation gain was modest at 765 feet. There was a good mix of hills and flats. Now 22 miles is impressive for the price. It's got the same range as bikes that cost $1,000 more. Now it's not as comfortable as those bikes, but if you're just looking for a long range and an affordable price, this is one of the best bikes out there for that. Ancheer comes with a front fork suspension and 26 by 1.95 inch all-terrain tires with double-walled aluminum rims. Let's see how it does on the trail.
The shocks are what you would expect for a $700 bike. It's not the best, but that front fork suspension does add a little cushioning. It's got a hard tail, so it is pretty rough in the back. I've only been on this trail for about a quarter of a mile and getting rattled pretty good, but it's doing better than I thought it was going to for a bike this cheap. Typically the shocks on these cheaper bikes are very loud when going off-road. They either squeak or they rattle a ton. Last thing I want to listen to on the trail is something rattling or squeaking. So far there's been none of that with this bike. The handlebars are actually really wide. I was kind of surprised to see that. There's a few tricky parts on this trail, nothing too bad, but I've got some pretty good handling and control.
Now it is bumpy, but you can definitely take this off-road. It's got the best ride for a bike in this price range that I've reviewed.
This is the no power test. I am riding up a hill now, and it is dragging pretty good.
I wouldn't recommend to ride this without power unless you are on a very flat road. It was a workout. Ancheer's motor produces 50 Newton meters of torque. Let's see how well it can climb hills.
This is the hill test. I couldn't find a rating for the bike, so just gonna see how it does up this 12 to 30% hill. It's about 2 blocks long. I do have a full battery. Let's see how fast I can make it up. And I am on the highest pedal assist level. Here's where it starts to climb, down to 9, down to 8, down to 7, 6, holding at 6, down to 5, steepest part here, cruising to 5, back up to 6, reaching the top now, 8, 9, gaining speed, and we're there. So it's one of the slower bikes up that hill, but it still made it, so not too bad.
The bike comes with front and rear disc brakes.
Gonna head down this hill that I've used before in the last few videos. It's about a 10 to 12% grade. I do have front and rear disc brakes, so let's see how it does. It's got decent braking power. It does pulsate a little bit. If you really slam on the brakes, you can kind of eliminate that, but if you're just gently braking, it does pulsate a little bit more.
Next is a rundown of the LED pad.
Well, this is the LED pad, and pretty basic and simple. Power button here. So as soon as you hit it, power turns on, and then it shows you your battery life in 4 bars. And then the mode switches the pedal assist. It's kind of hard to see, but underneath here there's a button. And if you hold that, that is the walk assist mode. The bike engages about 3 seconds after you press that, and it will stop as soon as you release it. And it moves about 2 to 3 miles per hour. And that's it. It's a pretty basic setup.
I couldn't find a waterproof rating, but some of the reviews say it's good in light rain and others not so much. I play it safe and keep it out of the rain. It also comes with a 1-year warranty and a front light, which isn't connected to the bike. You do have to turn it on manually. Overall, if you're around my weight of 185 pounds, this is what you can expect. A top speed of 20 miles per hour using the throttle. An average acceleration reaching that speed in just over 13 seconds. A good range for the price at over 22 miles with 750 feet of elevation when the bike is flat out. Hill climbing is slow but powered up a 13% slope. And brakes are average, they do pulsate but are quiet and stop me in 20 feet going down to 10% grade at 20 miles per hour. If you're looking for an affordable bike that can go the distance, this is it, and that's why I feel good about recommending it. If you want more info, I've got the link in the description. Also be sure to check out my website for all my reviews. It's designed to easily compare other brands based on price and capability. Before you go, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe for the latest in electric bike, board, and scooter reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.